shot and scores!
Nice Shabbat curled and drives and scores!
And the Senators win it.
Five apart, another chance, Madison to score! Drake Madison, oh, and got it! Green, Green again, scores!
Welcome to SENS Talk. My name is Brandon, and I'm your host. Now, before we get started, please follow us on Twitter at @SensTalk_, and on Instagram at SensTalk. Now, before we get into this afternoon's recap between the Ottawa Senators and the Calgary Flames, a couple things. Firstly, go to SeatGeek.com and use the promo code SensTalk. You'll save $20 off your first purchase. Make sure to take advantage of this great deal as soon as possible. As well, today, we are proud and frankly honored to announce our new sponsorship with the top culture magazine in Ottawa, Faces Magazine. Make sure to check out the new March issue from Faces Magazine. All magazines are available in grocery stores and select locations across Ottawa. And by the way, this issue, the March/April issue, features a cover interview with Senators legend, number 4, Chris Phillips, on his new role with the Senators Community Foundation. The March issue as well features the likes of Senators star Drake Batherson and Sportsnet's Kyle Bukauskas. So make sure to get your copy today of Faces Magazine. Also, don't forget to follow Faces on their social channels for great content, crazy contests, plus more. So for Instagram, make sure to follow them at Faces Ottawa, and on Twitter/Facebook, make sure to follow them at Faces OTT. Now, the game number 35 lineup is as follows for your Ottawa Senators. The first line, Brady Tkachuk with Josh Norris, Evgeny Dadonov. The second line, Tim Stützle with Chris Turney, Drake Batherson. By the way, it's featured in that Faces Magazine article. Make sure to get that magazine. The third line, Nick Paul, Colin White, and Ryan Dzingel. Dzingel promoted to the third line after scoring 5 goals in his last 9 games. The fourth line, Alex Formenton, Clark Bishop, and Connor Brown. You're probably wondering, where did Formenton come from? Well, unfortunately, we found out earlier today that Austin Watson will be out 4 to 6 weeks with a broken hand. He broke his left hand. All the best wishes to him. I love this guy, Austin Watson. He's an underrated part of this team. He's a huge part of this team. And more importantly, he's an exceptional fourth liner, leads the league in blocks. So it's a huge loss for the Senators. But I am excited to see Alex Formenton get an opportunity finally, once again, with the big club. The defensive pairings with Shabbat and Zaitsev, Riley and Zub, Wolanin, and Josh Brown, with Philip Gustafson getting another start, with Forsberg backing up. Now, the first period thoughts, it's very simple. 0-0 after 20 minutes of play, and that is solely because of Philip Gustafson, who once again stood on his head. Gustafson was forced to make some big stops again. He's looked fantastic, poised, and he's tracking the puck exceptionally well. The Senators got a couple of chances on net, including Evgeny Dadonov breakaway, which didn't even end up getting a shot off, but regardless, Senators got a couple of chances, but the Calgary Flames were clearly the better team in that first period. I expect a much better team for Ottawa anyways going into the second period, and more importantly, it's very encouraging to see Philip Gustafson continue that strong play after his first NHL start into his second National Hockey League start. But besides that, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to the second period of play, where hopefully Ottawa gets more than 0 goals. After 40 minutes of play, the Ottawa Senators unfortunately find themselves down by a goal to the Calgary Flames as Giordano from the point shot a puck, I think it deflected in past Gustafson. The Flames lead after 41-0. Now, I'm going to answer a few of your questions before we get to the third period of play, because in that second period, there's not much to talk about. It was a high-paced period, again, like the first period. Gustafson continues to stand on his head, and the Senators continue to puck watch and giving the Flames prime opportunity. So if it wasn't for Gustafson, this game would be out of reach. So Philip Gustafson has played immensely well, and honestly, Ottawa in that third period, they got to break that shutout bid for Jacob Markstrom. I just pulled a Gord Miller. I'm going to say the word shutout. My apology, Flame fans that are watching this, but hopefully Ottawa can break that shutout bid in the third period of play. Now let me get to a few of your questions before we get to the third period play portion of this video. So the first question comes in from Terry McGurran. They ask, the expansion draft might be Ottawa's best chance to shed Zaitsev's contract. What would they need to add as a sweetener to make that happen? Good question, Terry. Thank you for the question, bud. Well, it's very simple. In a dead cap time right now, with COVID and the cap not really going to fluctuate anything above maybe $500,000, this could be relatively the same for the next few years. You're going to have to trade a first-round pick plus potentially more to get rid of Zaitsev's contract. I don't know why the Seattle Kraken would pick up that contract, a 3 to 4 year multi-year deal, multi-million-dollar deal too. You're going to have to trade a first-round pick plus more potentially to get rid of that contract. I don't see that happening. So either the Senators keep him and eat that contract, or they buy him out. But yeah, you're not gonna be able to do much with that unless you give a first round pick plus more. And right now, Ottawa's first round picks are very valuable, so I don't see that happening. Next question comes in from J.R. Dunas. They ask, if Gustafsson is still playing well when Murray and Hogberg return. By the way, Hogberg has returned. He's off the IR. He's the third goaltender now. If they both return, what do the Sens do with the goaltending situation? Very simple. Gustafsson continues to play well. If Gustafsson continues to play well, he remains the starter. Matt Murray, I'm sure, will get some starts as well because we're paying him $6.25 million per year. So I'm sure Gustafsson and Matt Murray would split the net. With that being said, Forsberg and Hogberg will be demoted either to Belleville / the press box / the taxi squad, whatever the hell you want to call it. The tandem would be Gustafsson and, of course, Matt Murray. Next and final question comes in here from Sen Shunrock. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. They ask, will the Sens win a cup within the next 3 years? No. Within the next 5, potentially, if things go well, you never know. Look at like Vegas in their first year, they went to the cup finals. So you never know. And frankly, you never know. 3 years is a huge thing. Literally, less than 4 years ago, Ottawa was in a conference final, Game 7, double overtime, and now we're in a rebuild. And we're nowhere near a Stanley Cup at the moment. We're about to hopefully hit the curve to go back into contention, but we're nowhere near the top yet. So a lot can change in 3 years. You never know, but I would say 5+ years, maybe. You never know, but hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully they win the cup even next year, But we will see. But besides that, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to the third period of play where Ottawa is down by 1, looking to tie it. Sens win, baby. The Ottawa Senators take down the Calgary Flames 3-1 in a crazy third period. And let's talk about it. So, what happened in that third period? Well, after the Senators were getting, outplayed by the Calgary Flames going into the third period, the Senators flipped the script. 5 minutes into the third period, Evgeny Dadonov with a beautiful backhand pass from behind the net finds Josh Norris, who snipes it. Ottawa ties it 1 apiece. 7 minutes later, the Senators are continuing with their momentum, and they continued plenty. On this shift, 12 minutes in, the Senators dominated, hemmed the Calgary Flames in their own zone. Chabot gets a nice pass. He shoots it, stopped by Markstrom. The rebound turn, he gobbles it and scores to make it a 2-1 game for Ottawa. And just like that, 12 minutes in, after it looked bad for Ottawa going into the third period, 12 minutes in, Ottawa suddenly looks to be going away with another win. And then with a minute to go, the Senators get 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go. The Senators get a power play. Tim Stützle is cross-checked in the face. A minute later, Brady Tkachuk takes a penalty. You gotta be more disciplined than that. Regardless, if it's gonna turn to a 4-on-4, we had the game in the bag. Okay, hold on. Very important message here. As I was saying, you gotta be more disciplined, especially when you get a great opportunity like that. A power play up by 1 with 2:40 to go. That's essentially a game killer for the Flames. Brady Tkachuk, I don't remember the play too well, but you can't take a penalty there, regardless of what happened. So, at the end of the day, good on the Sens, big W, but you gotta be more disciplined. And, it almost cost them. Gustafsson was forced to make a couple big stops late in the third, but hey, Zaitsev puts it into the empty net as the Senators take down the Flames 3-1. Zaitsev with his first of the year. The Sens take it, and they have now gotten a point in 5 straight games, and the Senators are single-handedly killing the Calgary Flames playoff aspirations. Now, the next Sens game is tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Time versus the Toronto Maple Leafs. Ooh, baby, that one's going to be a fun one to watch. So I'll see you all then. Thank you all so very much for all the support and for watching. I'm sorry if this part of the video looks a little disjointed. I'm not gonna lie, I forgot to do the Sens Talk Start of the Night. I remembered literally as I finished editing this video that I forgot to do that. So, it's currently 7:44. I uploaded the poll at 7:26, and we got 127 votes. So here are the results. With 0% of the vote, in 4th place with back-to-back game-winning goals, it is Chris Turney. The third star, with 4% of the vote, Mike Riley. Mike Riley, he didn't get on the score sheet, I don't believe. Maybe a secondary assist. But he had a really good defensive game, good offensive chances too. And, I think him and Zub are looking really, really good together. The second star, with 5% of the vote, Thomas Chabot, getting an assist on the game-winning goal. He had a couple of nice moves. I think he looked very comfortable out there in this game. And the first star, in an overwhelming majority vote, with 91% of the vote, it is Filip Gustafsson as your Sens Talk Star of the Night. Congratulations, Gus, on the win, or Gus on what's their nickname? Gus on the bus, something like that. I don't know. Goose. There's so many nicknames for this kid, but regardless, beauty. He's a beauty, and congratulations once again, Gus, on being the Sens Talk star of the night. But besides that, thank you for watching. Make sure to comment below and let me know what you think about today's win. The Senators are hot, baby, and they are not going away. But besides that, thank you for watching. Make sure to, of course, comment below and let me know what you think. And more importantly, like this video, share this video, cool stuff, and click the big red button down there and subscribe to us. And most importantly of all, turn on the notification bell so you get notified whenever we upload a new video. Besides that, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow night after the Sens take on the Toronto Maple Leafs. I'll see you then. Go Sens go.